good evening, and welcome to the Hawks Sports Network, the home court. Humber Hawks taking on the Mohawk Mountaineers in day one of the OCAA Provincial Volleyball Championship. My name is Matt Hamill, alongside my broadcast partner, Kyle Dalton. And Kyle, this is a West Division matchup we've seen a few times. They've met twice this season, Humber taking both of those victories. Do you really see anything different shaping up here tonight?
Well, Matt, there's no secrets between any of these two teams right now. They played each other in their final regular season game of the season. As you get to look here at the head-to-head, pretty even on both sides. The only big difference right now is you can see the hitting percentage well in Humber's favor, as well the service aces. That has a lot to do with Jake Gomes, who's second in the league in service aces.
That's pretty good blocking by Mohawk. That might come in big against the very stout hitting firepower of Humber. Yeah. And with more in the game, it's Danielle Dupuis on the sideline.
Thank you, Matt and Kyle, and welcome back to the Nest. My name's Danielle Dupuis, and I'll be the sideline sports reporter for the duration of the men's volleyball OCAA championships. And as you said, the third match will feature the Mohawk Mountaineers and your Humber Hawks. So there's definitely a lot of anticipation down here. The crowd is getting a little bit pumped up. And stay tuned for the end of the match, where I'll be interviewing the player of the game. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle. And you can see the Humber Hawks team is fired up. They're ready to go, and obviously the expectations are high. Hosting the tournament, finishing with the silver medal last year, wanting to improve. And Kyle, really, if Humber wants to capture that goal, it's going to be on the heels of some of these key players.
Yeah, Cayman Wilkins, the heart and soul of this Humber Hawks team, leads them in kills and digs per set. But a big guy, big name to watch out for, Jake Gomes, obviously. Second in the league in service aces. First in the league is Liam Gray. He's on the Georgian team. We'll see them in the matchup after this one, so that should be a good one. But I know, Matt, me and you are excited about this one. It's going to be a good one. Obviously, like I said before, no secrets in between these two teams. But it's going to be a close one as we get a look at the key players for the Mohawk Mountaineers. Elijah Lopez really carries this team when it comes to the points, kills per set. And second team All-Star for the West Division. Those were the awards handed out last night.
And yeah, Lopez obviously is that guy leading the team statistically, 3.3 points per set. But really, it's kind of a well-balanced attack for Mohawk, and that's going to be huge because Humber has a lot of weapons as well. I mean, you look at Rafael Hilario, the West Division Rookie of the Year. Dylan Debashiri back in the lineup. Only played 5 games up until now, but right at the top there in points per game.
Yeah, Humber, of course, right now has the height advantage over Mohawk. The tallest player on Mohawk is 6'6", Bennett Candy. So Hawks, if they could take advantage of that height difference and maybe get a few blocks in early on, they'll get well in control of this game. As we're just moments away from beginning Game 3 of today's games. As the first semifinal is set. That's going to be Redeemer versus Fanshawe. We await the second semifinal after these two games here today.
We'll step aside for the national anthem, and then we'll be getting ready to get things going here. Game number 3 on the first day of the Provincial Championship.
This is Game 3, and this matchup will feature the Mohawk Mountaineers versus your Humber Hawks. We now ask you to please rise if you are able and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And we're back ready to get things going. The teams exchange pleasantries, and we should have a great game on our hands as both teams looking to avoid losing that pathway to the gold medal game. And of course, the winner of this game will take on the winner of the following game, either Georgian or Niagara.
The first semifinal already set between Fanshawe and Redeemer, which will be a great matchup. That's happening tomorrow night. We're just looking for our second semifinal. We'll get the results soon.
So it'll be that first semifinal is going to be an all-West affair. And the Georgian Grizzlies are the only remaining team from the East, and they're going to have to represent in their game against a tough Knights team coming up. And here are the Hawks player introductions. Intros from SAA President Josh Thatcher. That's your starting lineup for the Humber Hawks, and we're ready to go. Hawks versus Mountaineers.
And Matt Humber hasn't played since in the last 12 days. Like you said before, they didn't have to play that crossover match since they host this tournament here. Mohawk, they defeated Seneca 3-1 in their crossover match, so they're feeling good coming into this one after beating one of the top teams in that East Division.
Hard to believe that last regular season game Humber had against Mohawk was 12 days ago. See if Humber's ready to shake off some of the rust. You know, it's a long time to be away from games, and we're talking to Andrew Blakey saying it has been quite a long time. The Hawks team has been hanging around here today with the 6 o'clock game.
Said they're feeling good though. Ready to go.
Jake Gomes looking good right away with a big serve, and that sets up Dylan Devasheri for the absolute smash.
Yeah, easy point there for Humber, taking advantage of an error from the Mountaineers. Free ball, and Devasheri puts that home for the first point of the night.
Pretty tough to corral those Jake Gomes serves.
50 aces on the year, second in the OCAA.
From Oakville, Ontario. Wilkins pops it up here. Devasheri just kind of dumps it deep. Mohawk with their first real hit of the game is long. Great energy in the gym right now. Stands are filling up.
A couple teams in stands. Georgian out there. Fanshawe sticking around for this one.
Gomes back in play. Mohawk with a great shot. Ratty Kim did the best he could, but just out of reach.
You got to watch out for that guy. If you're Humber, number 5, Elijah Lopez, who came up with that big point, leads his team in kills. And points per set, 9th in the league in kills with 197.
Lopez serves it. Obi makes no mistake. John Obi, you're getting up and coming right down on that ball.
Finds that. Touches the line there in the back right corner. Hawks lead by 2.
Debashiri. In play. Great setup there. Mohawk looking pretty fired up as they started the game in a 3-point deficit. Now they're really bouncing back.
And the Mountaineers have medaled in 3 of the last 4 years. So they are looking to get back on the podium this year, try to spoil the home crowd here.
Gomes sets it up for Hilario, and that block for Mohawk lands out of bounds. Point for Humber. So many weapons for Humber, and Hilario, first-year player, West Division Rookie of the Year. Such a dynamic player and a great addition for Wayne Wilkins' team.
Him and Andrew Blakey among the OCAA West Division first team All-Stars.
Good setup there. That time it was Joel Van Dyke. He was set up well and got the point for his team, and now he's got the serve. Devasheri pops it up, and Gomes sets it up for Blakey. No mistake about it.
And there's the All-Star first team, Andrew Blakey, coming up with the big point. Good setup there from Jake Gomes.
Hilario, 17 service aces on the season. Bit of a weird serve there.
Gets just that bounce, yeah.
Point goes to Humber.
We saw you talk about that weird serve. Looked like he threw the ball just a bit ahead of him as he laughs that one off. And Hawks ended up with the point.
Yeah, he had to jump out to the 3-point line to get a hand on that one. Just barely get it over. Almost caught Mohawk off guard.
That one a little bit better.
Kim pops it up. And Hilario with just a vicious hit.
He is making an impact already in this one. That's what you want to see out of one of your best players, making an impact early already with 2 kills.
Number 9 with the serve. From Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And making a great contribution in his first year with the Humber Hawks program. That time the serve is into the net. Kong with the serve. Caden Wilkins is teed up. Another undeniable shot from Humber.
Caden Wilkins right up there in kills among his team.
Kyle, right away we've seen Humber really get going in terms of setting up these kill shots.
And that's what you want to do. You'll take that ace for sure, but he talked about the kill shots. This Mountaineers team isn't the tallest team. Tallest player only at 6'6". So the Hawks, they're going to win this game. They're going to take advantage of that for sure.
We mentioned Humber hasn't played a game in a few days, right, Kyle? And since February 9th, but looking like they haven't missed a beat here in the early going. Great job to keep it alive, Blakey. That time, Mohawk finding a gap with an absolute laser of a shot, Rafael Leite. And here he is, Rafael now has the serve. Fifth-year guy. Kim pops it up. Devasheri. Great recovery by Mohawk. Free ball now. Back-to-back shots. Devasheri having trouble securing the point.
And this Mountaineers team isn't the tallest. I mentioned that before, but they're one of the best teams in the league in the top 10 in blocks. They get up there for sure.
Not really relying on their height, really strategically figuring out how they can get in front of these teams' shots. Doing it so far. You see Devasheri changing up his hit a little bit there to get around the block. Jake Gomes getting it done, and there's a good shot at Blakey. He's about to hit the serve. Fourth-year fella. Used to be a multi-sport athlete playing baseball for Humber. Now he's a one-sport man dedicated to volleyball. Humber gets the point as Mohawk sends that into the net. Kyle, now the Hawks have a 5-point lead.
Yeah, Matt, you talked about Blakey being that two-sport athlete, and he stuck to volleyball now, and that earned him OCAA West Division first team All-Star this season. It's a breakout season for him.
Puts the freeze on Blakey's run of serves. Alex Trick. Second-year guy for Mohawk puts it in play. Now Gomes sets up for Devasheri. Finds that line.
And that's where that height comes into play. Devasheri just going right
Great
over the
shot
top
there
of the blocking from the Mountaineers. Takes advantage of that, and Jake Gomes on the line.
Mohawk finds a way to return the Gomes serve. That time doesn't quite get over. Hilario didn't get it high enough.
Yeah, it looked like that. An awkward setup there. Jake Gomes couldn't get it high enough for Hilario, and that's why that went right into the net. Here's Elijah Lopez, second-year player.
Set up here for Obi. Quick play. Obi wasn't happy with himself. Didn't really get all that ball, but either way, point for Humber.
Yeah, you'll know for sure when John Obi gets all of it, and that definitely wasn't it.
Yeah, good point.
He gets up there, slams it down for one of his best when he does it.
Obi's a guy that missed a few games for Humber this year with that left wrist injury. See it all taped up now. But he's back in the lineup, and Humber's liking that. I'm told Obi's a guy that really spent more time playing basketball growing up and really made the transition to volleyball relatively recently. But Kyle, you just see that athleticism translating into big-time points for Humber.
It's a tough transition for sure, going from one sport to another, but the height definitely stays with you. So that one's long. Play before that, John Obi with the misplay. Don't see that too often from him, so he'll shake it off and go to the line here as the Hawks lead by 5.
And here's the aforementioned John Obi from just down the road in Malton. There's that taped up hand, and ball's in play. That one off the shoulder of Obi, and the Mohawk bench loves that, Kyle.
That was a big time hit there. John Obi not able to grab that one. That was too quick off his shoulder.
Devasheri gets it over to, oh my gosh. Jake Gomes sets it up for Hilario, and just vintage Raphael strike right there.
No chance there for any of the Mountaineers defenders. Raphael Hilario, when he gets set up like that, he's not going to miss many of them. We're going to get a timeout on the floor here from the Mountaineers and head coach Vinny Saporito.
I'd like to get the radar gun and just see how fast Hilario's hitting that ball off the net.
It's got to be triple digits for sure.
Yeah.
It's got to be. But a good start for Humber. We talked about they haven't played in 12 days in their last game against Mohawk. But they're looking good so far with a 5-point lead. They've come out with a lot of energy. That's what you want to see here, especially at home in the OCAA Provincial Championship. When you have it at home, it doesn't happen too often. Want to take advantage of the opportunity for sure.
Yeah, there's the Humber bench, and gotta like the way this game's going. They've established that 5-point lead and really not showing any signs of slowing down. Pretty healthy team. We see all the usual suspects in the lineup. Humber obviously super stoked to have Dylan Devasheri back on the squad.
It's a huge, I don't want to say ad, but came back after his injury, started off the season and left and played because of concussion for a while there. He comes back, already makes an impact in his first game.
Only been playing in such a tiny sliver of what is the whole season. Devashiri with just 5 matches, but, you know, making that big impact. And it's good that Humber had those 5 matches to reintegrate their star player back into the works and firing on all cylinders, surely. Mohawk coming out of the timeout with the point, and that's what they were looking for.
The cross hit there from Raphael Light. That drops it in the far left corner. Mohawk coming out of the timeout. It's 15-11.
Tough play at the net. Humber able to keep it alive. Good setup for Kamen is returned. Blakey with the block. Devashiri. Oh boy. Play over into the Mohawk bench.
Chairs were flying there.
Heads up play by the coaching staff to knock over the chairs in the area preemptively to create some room, although that ball proved to be a little too far. But I like the strategy from the assistant coach there. Kamen puts that one out of bounds. Humber up by 4. Both teams have a Raphael wearing number 9. Here's Lite, gets it inbounds, but Blakey comes back and puts it down.
Gets set up there as Blakey will now serve after that big point. Hawks lead by 5 here. Andrew Blakey at the line.
Good save by Mohawk, slipping and sliding all over the place.
Free ball here for Humber.
John Obi, forget about it.
Yeah, when he gets up like that, there's not many players, not many teams that can stop him.
And as good as the blocking is for the Mohawk, I mean, you have John Obi at 6'9", who has a tremendous vertical leap. Just don't know how you defend against that.
Off the block there of Jake Gomes and out of bounds. So the Mountaineers cut the lead to 5, but they haven't been able to try to get back in this one. They're battling back and forth, can't break this 5 spot.
Oh, that serve doesn't quite find the inside. And Kyle, the Hawks Nation has the popcorn circulating here for the fans, of course, free of charge. But all focus is on the game right now.
Have to resist ourselves.
Devashiri, one-on-one battle. Mohawk, though, keeps it alive. What a rally. And a big block. You know, Mohawk has had some success neutralizing Devashiri on the left side here.
Yeah, defense to offense right now for Mohawk. Couple good defensive plays, couple on Devashiri as well. And they come up with a big block. Elijah Lopez. Mohawk still stuck 5.
Devashiri finding a way to get it over. There's Elijah putting all kinds of heat on that one. Too much to handle for Ratty Kim. Elijah Lopez back with the serve. Humber is up by 4.
Mountaineers have been stuck around this 4-5 range for most of the set so far. See if they can break this one and get back into the lead.
Gomes up. Obi once again. And that's really going to fire up the Humber bench. Obi thanks Jake Gomes for the beautiful set. That's really been the dynamic all season long. Jake Gomes getting it done, putting his teammates in a position to throw it down.
Just looking at some of the fans right now after John Obi got up there. A lot of them seeing him for the first time and pretty shocked at his vertical.
Kim does a good job trying to get there. The official kind of got in the way that time as Devashiri was diving for it.
I don't know if he would have got it anyway. official was scrambling, trying to get out of the way.
You got to appreciate the effort, though. Came in. Absolute laser beam. Humber now back up by 5.
And a kill to the scoreboard for Cayman Wilkins. That's his second. There's John Obi, who leads his team in kills with 4. We'll check out. Eduardo Ferreira will come in and serve.
First-year guy from Brazil. Heads-up play there by Humber to recover. A pretty slick attempt to get it over, but there's the block. Blakey right in the mix there.
Yeah, Blakey coming up with the point, but Hilario there as well with the atmosphere going up there as the Mountaineers will take a late timeout here. 22-16, trying to salvage this set.
The Humber Hawks gotta like the way this first set is going, although in the later stages, Mohawk has had some pretty glimpses of sunshine, so to speak. They've really been able to get some big blocks and neutralize that right side of the net.
They blocked Dylan Devasheri a few times already. You mentioned that before, Matt, and we'll see if the Hawks can find an answer to that, but so far they played really well, especially being off for the past 12 days, coming out with a lot of energy to start this game, and so far it's showing on the scoreboard as they're only 3 points away from picking up this first set victory.
A little bit of Latin flavor of music playing in the Hawks' nest right now. Hawks up by 6, and we'll get a second look at some of the big plays here. Been a lot of highlights in set 1, really from both teams, but it's Humber.
Some big hitting.
Been able to really dial in the hitting, and of course that's led to a 6-point lead.
Some big hitting on both sides.
That time the service error by Eduardo. Hawks just need 3 points to put it away, but it's Mohawk with the serve. Hilario. Oh boy. Big hit.
Set him up. He's got 4 kills already in this one. And we're early in this game, only in the first set.
He's got 4 kills today, Hilario does. Jake Gomes sets it up for Cayman. Wow, Mohawk doing a great job scrambling to get under.
Devasheri there unable to handle that one and corral it up. And the Mountaineers trying to make a late push here in the first set. Down by 5, Humber only 2 points away as Michael Kong serving now. Devasheri with the first touch.
And Cayman once again. Wilkins is a guy that gets lots of digs for Humber, really keeps the play alive, but boy, oh boy, 149 kills on the season, leading the team.
That's why he's so dynamic, because he can do it on both ends of the floor with the defense. As well with the big kills, he showed it there.
Humber just 1 point away with a 5-point lead. Mohawk with the serve. Silva pops it up, and Jake Gomes is going to close this one out. A heads-up play from number 13.
And we've seen that all year from Jake Gomes, that little hesitation move and the drop when the defenders aren't expecting it. He does it at the right time. And the Hawks lead this one, or take the first set 25-19. And after being off for 12 days, they come out with a lot of energy and pick up the first set victory.
That's right, Kyle. Set number 1. Decisively won by Humber. And it was really plays like that. Blakey getting in on the mix. Hilario. Devasheri had some good hits, but you really got to give credit to Mohawk finding a way to kind of get in his way. Now we'll see what Humber draws up, maybe to open up the play here for number 1 on Humber.
And it shows the impact that Devasheri can have, and we've seen a couple times he's gotten blocked, but he still has 3 kills already in this game. So it shows that even if he's getting blocked, he's still getting those key points for Humber. Come up with 3 kills, tied for second on the team so far after the 25-19 win in the first set. Game number 3.
So this is game number 3 here on the opening day of the provincial championship. First game between La Cité and the Redeemer Royals went in favor of the team from the West, Redeemer. Now they're going on to play the winner of the previous game. Of course, Fanshawe taking on the Condors and the number 1 nationally ranked team. Fanshawe didn't really surprise anybody by winning that game and moving on. Really tough draw to have to play Fanshawe in the first round.
They're a good team, man, Fanshawe. They don't give up many points, and they don't give up many opportunities for the other team to even have a chance to come back in the game.
Well, they've only lost 2 sets all year. One of those was to Humber.
If you want to win this championship, you're going to have to go through the Fanshawe Falcons.
Little trivia for you, Kyle. What was the other team to steal a set away from Fanshawe Falcons?
What was the other team? I'm going to guess. Was it the Mohawk Mountaineers?
It was the Mohawk Mountaineers. So 2 teams on here. They have a mutual accomplishment this season. And right now, Humber looking to get the clean sweep. This is their 3rd game, looking for their 3rd win against Mohawk.
Swept them both times during the season, home and away.
And looking like Humber poised to maybe do the same thing. That was a pretty functional, pretty impressive first set for the Hawks. And of course, lots of pressure. They're here in front of their home crowd, hosting the tournament. Expectations are high. All right, here we go. First point of set number 2. Big surprise, John Obi. And here's Jake Gomes. Really just a fun guy to watch when he's serving the ball. Block attempt for Humber, doesn't quite work out.
Elijah Lopez, number 5 there, comes up with the first touch after the big serve from Jake Gomes and then gets set up for the big kill and doesn't miss it. Number 5 has 2 kills in this one. Now he's at the line.
Obi again.
I have no words, man. It's actually,
it's almost like we need
no
a petition
chance
to raise the net up
Yeah.
or something. Obi's just a little too tall. Everybody in the crowd is kind of imitating the move as he just sort of palms it, shoots it right down.
There's no chance anybody can stop that. If he gets the right set, it's pretty much a point for sure.
Devasheri sets it up here for Kamen. And that rolls on the net and out of bounds. All tied up at deuce. Nice vintage style with the headband. Powerful serve too. Kamen pops it up. That time Hilario got a little too much on it.
That's what you want to see though out of Hilario, that power. That's how he gets most of his points, just missing that outside line. That's what you want to see out of him.
Another strong serve, but out of play. All tied up. John Obi much well, better known for his play up front, but here he is in the backcourt. Into the net. Teams just trading points here. We'll see if Humber's able to successfully kind of reestablish that comfortable lead. Hilario seemed to just suspend in midair, Kyle.
Yeah, that's that power I was talking about. If you can get it in play, most likely the defenders and the blockers won't be able to put it back in play. That happened right there, out of bounds on the block. And Hilario picks up another kill. Now he's at the line.
Hilario now putting it in play. Wow, big shot there from Elijah Lopez.
Shows there why he's one of the best killers on the team. Comes up with a big point there.
Kamen, great hit. Too hot to handle, and another kill for Kamen Wilkins. Strong serve by Wilkins off the net. Now this one's real high. That's going to hit one of the championship banners.
The 92-93.
Men's basketball champions for the CCAA championship. But the championship banner is a bit of a nuisance here, Kyle, as that one prevented Humber from getting under it. Good problem to have. Mohawk getting a chance here.
Great dig there from Hilario.
As he came and just called everybody off. And Devasheri gets it over. Should be a good chance for Humber right here. Woof. Came and got all of that one. And that one's going to be ruled inbounds. Point for Mohawk.
Unlucky there for Humber. Is that big hit from Hilario definitely would have caught the floor if that didn't touch the net. Fortunate for the Mountaineers, they pick up a point and lead by one here. Really back and forth so far in the second set.
Obi, beautiful hit there. Chipped up here, and Obi, another hit, but this time, point awarded to Mohawk.
It was just long there from John Obi. But you'll take those mistakes because he comes up with big points, especially at key opportunities as well.
Lopez just sneaks that over.
Yeah, floater serve there kind of caught Devasheri off guard.
Yeah.
Don't see that too often from Elijah Lopez. He usually comes up with that big serve.
He goes for the changeup that time and caught Devasheri swinging.
But then float.
Gomes sets it up for Devasheri. Big hit, even better block. Now Hilario hitting it
What a
deep.
play.
Wow, very athletic, but ooh. Mohawk hits it into the net.
Yeah, I was going to say Elijah Lopez, the big defensive play there, but his team unable to get that ball back on the Humber side. Now Dylan Devasheri trying to get back in the lead here for Humber. Down by one.
Number one, beautiful serve. Mohawk having a tough time handling it. That will give Humber a good shot here. Good block by Mohawk, but out of bounds.
So Jake Gomes there decided to pass it over to Wilkins instead of going up to John Obi. Mountaineers retake their lead. It's 10-9 right now, really back and forth. Neither team right now able to extend their lead and take advantage of mistakes. Right now, a big shifting back and forth.
Paul Wagner puts that one out of bounds. John Obi, last time he had the serve, he put it into the net. Let's see if he can dial up a better effort here. We're all tied up at 10. Hawks still not able to create some separation. Which is probably what they fully expect to do, having won every set against Mohawk this year. Big block. Blakey comes into the game, Kyle, and right away making an impact.
Yeah, Blakey's going to get credit for that one, but Hilario in on the action as well. That dynamic duo on top. Both first-team All-Stars in the West Division come up with a big block.
Back in play. Out of bounds. Point for Humber. Obi on a bit of a run here. In play. Soft touch. Now Devasheri sets it up for Hilario. Bit too far in front of him.
Just had to tip that one over.
Which is, ooh, that one's sneaking past Hilario. Mohawk really fighting back here in set number 2.
They're really back and forth right now. We're getting pretty late, close to the halfway point of this set. Still back and forth, pretty even.
That time Hilario had the good set, but just a great block for Mohawk.
I didn't get that one a little bit high enough as he may have wanted. And right now the Mountaineers, you said it, sticking around here in this set. This is pretty much the game for them. They cannot go down 2-0.
Joel Van Dyke puts it in play. Wow, really? Mohawk's coming alive with these blocks right now. But give full credit to Dylan Devasheri. Off the Mohawk block, Dylan found a way to keep it alive. And then the self-induced error by Mohawk.
You talked about the Mountaineers coming up with some big blocks. Humber doing the same right there. Dylan Devasheri coming up with a good defensive play as well.
Hilario into the net. Tough go for Humber, who's looking to build some momentum, but really just can't seem to get the thing moving in the right direction right now.
13-all here. Seen a couple of those service errors from both sides.
Good effort by Hilario, diving in, but no bueno.
And there's a missed setup there from Alex Tripp, but Elijah Lopez able to take it and just lift it right over. Mohawk take the lead as going to delay here as Kim Wilkins just clean up the floor.
A little bit of moisture on the ground from that last diving play. Humber came up empty, now looking to respond. They're down by a point. Blakey with a great hit, but he caught a lot of the net there, and that is not
unfortunate.
Brett's going to catch that every time.
We're going to get a timeout here from Humber. Head coach Wayne Wilkins not really liking what he's seeing right now. This team down by 2. It was back and forth, but Mohawk have gone on a little bit of a run here and take a 2-point lead. And this is really the game for them. They cannot go down 2-0 because especially a team like Humber, when you're up 2-0, they take it to you.
And especially Humber, a team that has won every set this season. Mohawk's got to think, when are we going to turn the tide? And this might be the set right now, Kyle, as Mohawk's up by 2. But Humber with a well-placed timeout, and we'll see if they can kind of get things rolling here. There's Coach Wilkins talking to his squad.
Good timeout there from Wilkins. You don't want this lead to continue to grow and gets out of hand. Call timeout, settle down your players. Get your team right back in it. Only down by 2. Lots of time to go as well here in the second set. And head coach Wayne Wilkins knows if he takes this set, his team is well in success to pick up this game here.
Devasheri just able to get under that one, and there's Jake Gomes with another heads-up play.
Good play there coming out of the timeout. Caught the Mountaineers off guard.
Kamen with an absolute smash. Kamen actually coming up a limp on that play. Keep an eye on Wilkins at the right side of your screen. And he's going to stay down. That's a tough loss for Humber. Obviously, the entire Hawk squad pretty concerned right now.
That's a guy for sure that you do not want to lose if you're Humber right now. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Looks like something around that left leg area.
Right away, Rezard Sadiku coming into the game. He's been a guy that's played phenomenally for Humber all season. Got a lot more minutes when Devasheri was injured. Looks like a left ankle situation for Kamen.
Yeah, it's not looking too good right now. I don't want to speculate or anything, but it's on the table right now getting some work.
Devasheri, great pancake, keep it alive. Sadiku getting right in the mix. Mohawk wants a lift call. Not going to get it. This play's still alive. Great block by Jake Gomes. And another one, huge play. Mohawk thinks they got hosed. And Humber celebrating.
Looking for a lift call there, but Humber will definitely take that one. We're tied up at 16.
Blakey just getting the knee pads all just right. Here we go, tied up at 16. That is a huge shot right off Blakey, too hot to handle. And Kyle, this things are really shaping up in favor of Mohawk right now.
Yeah, Humber's doing a good job though sticking around at the Mountaineers. Have gone on a little bit of a run here. Playing some good volleyball right now. Humber just has to stick around here and try to pull away in the later parts of this set.
Obi, another big shot. That's really been the one for sure play every time is these sets to John Obi.
And when you're in need of a point, you know you can go right to John Obi. If you set him up well, he'll definitely take advantage of it.
High percentage plays. Just a real barn burner of a second set. We're all tied up at 17. Great job there. That was Hilario and Obi.
That missed setup there on the Mohawk side, and the Hawks take advantage of that. Just drop it in there was John Obi. Jake Gomes now at the service line, still looking for his first ace of the game.
Might have it right here. Fielded nicely by Mohawk, and there's another big block. That time, Devasheri right in the mix.
There it is, a 3-0 run right now for the Hawks, and right on cue, Mohawk respawn with a timeout on the floor.
Kyle, looks like we could see Kamen Wilkins back in this game. You see in the corner of your screen, just getting taped up, no ice.
Sure, he'll be off for the rest of this second set. Probably see him in that third set. Team responding well right now with him on the bench.
And there's the Mohawk team. Jake Gomes getting some coaching assistance here. That's assistant coach Hank Ma. Very experienced coaching staff for Humber. They're head guy, the general, Wayne Wilkins, in his 25th year with the program. His brother, Chris Wilkins, with the women's volleyball team here at Humber. Hank Ma, assistant coach for Humber, 20th year with the program. So
they've been around for a while, and that experience hopefully in the Hawks' favor for the rest of this tournament.
Jake Gomes, a little too strong on that one. So that Hawks lead dwindles to just a single point, and don't look now, Elijah Lopez with the serve for Mohawk could maybe give his team a chance to take a lead here. Not with Devis Sherry getting set up like that, but Mohawk somehow finds a way to get under it.
Dig there from Alex Tripp.
Second chance would not be denied. Great connection there between Gomes and Devis Sherry.
Alex Tripp with a good dig on that last shot there from Devis Sherry, and this time makes no mistake. 2-point lead Hawks, 5 points away from picking up his second set victory.
Dylan kind of hit that one a little screwy.
Trying to lob that one in, just missed that far line. Got Paul Wagner. Will serve for the Mohawk Mountaineers, who are down by 1.
There's Gomes to Hilario, and no mistake about that one. Here's De Silva. Eduardo Silva Ferreira gets the ball in play. Jake Gomes can't handle that one. Mohawk clawing back here, 21-20.
Both teams sticking around in the middle of that set. Mohawk was going on a little bit of a run. Humber was sticking around. Now it's the other way around. Mountaineers sticking around right now.
There's Blakey. He likes that set from Gomes, and these are big points, Kyle. This is coming right down to the wire. Humber up by 2.
The most obvious, these are the most important points of the sets.
Edward Lai checking into the game. .5'9". Whistle blown. Looks like Mohawk came over the top on that ball. Humber inching closer, Kyle. They're up by 3. There's a timeout for the Mountaineers.
The head coach, Vinny Saporito, isn't going to take any chance right now. His team down by 3. And Humber only 2 points away from picking up another set and going up 2-0 and really taking full advantage of this game if they pick up this second set win.
Timeout called here, and Kyle looking ahead to the next game, the East versus West. Georgian Grizzlies taking on the Niagara Knights. The Grizzlies are a real deal team over there in the East. 17-2 record on the year. Squaring off against Niagara, 12-7.
Niagara's a pretty good ball club as well in that tough West division. So we're gonna, even though it's a 1 versus 4 when it comes to numbers in the division, we're expecting a pretty long one after this one.
You look at that 12-7 record of Niagara. There's some pretty tough competition in the West, including the #1 Falcons, the #5 nationally ranked Humber Hawks. How about this? The Hawks finding a way to keep this one alive. But what a huge play. Mohawk fired up.
That was a big point there, because if they don't get that one, it's set point for Humber. But what effort on the other end by Ratty Kim, diving across, keeping that play alive.
Raphael Light. He's got that mean mug on right now. He's fired up.
Got to think this is a set here for the Mountaineers. They need this point.
Sadiku with a big shot. Gomes with the no-looker.
Jay Gomes drops that one, and good play there by the defense of the Mountaineers. And then Sadiku coming up with a drop as well. Set point here. The Hawks could take full control of this game here.
Sadiku came in for Wilkins. Wilkins back on his feet. Devasheri looking to end the set, but a misplay.
He was winding up for that one, just missed it. This Mountaineers bench knows how important this point is.
Into the net, and that is a tough way to end it for Mohawk, who battled back, but they're going to drop down 2-0.
And Hawks stuck around when the Mountaineers were going on, or trying to go on some runs. Humber stuck around and eventually went on a little bit of a run on their own in that final few points. And Humber takes that set 25-22. They took the first one 25-19. And they're in full control of this game. And are on a path to picking up this win and moving on to the semifinals.
Free t-shirt time here at the Hawks Nest. That's courtesy of Hawks Nation, the official varsity fan club of the Humber Hawks. They're here at every home game giving out the free popcorn and free Humber swag giveaways. Everybody loves a good t-shirt toss. Kyle actually heard one of the members of Hawks Nation blew out his rotator cuff throwing a t-shirt into the stands a couple weeks ago. So you got to make sure to warm up, you know. Athletes and varsity personnel, everybody got to make sure to do a couple of those rotations, you know.
Trying to show off that arm.
Sometimes showing off that arm can go horribly, horribly wrong. Very close set there in the second, just back and forth all the way through. I'd like to take a look at some of these highlights there. Hilario getting it done. And John Obi really all game long has just been a force. But we did see Cayman Wilkins go down in that second set with an ankle injury. Though Wilkins is got taped up, he's back on his feet. Might even see him start here in the third.
It'll be interesting to see how much playing time, especially in this third set, since Humber already has a 2-0 lead, how much they're willing to play Cayman Wilkins after that injury. If he says he's good, I'm sure he's going to play the full set.
Ready to roll here. Howie Hawk, the mascot for Humber, is in the building. Shaking hands, kissing babies, you know what you have to do as the ambassador of the Humber Hawks. Kissing adults as well. Get ready to roll here. Set number 3. Humber looking to get a clean sweep, and they would be heading to the OCAA semifinals. And if you want to stay up to date on anything OCAA related, you go to Instagram or Twitter at the OCAA. Kyle, it's playoff season for not just volleyball, but also men and women's basketball. So just looking forward, really excited for all the great elimination matches coming up here in the OCAA.
A lot of good playoff action. If you're a big fan of the OCAA, this is best time of the year.
Jake Gomes getting things started, yet to find an ace. Devasheri, great play.
A great read there by
Awareness.
Devasheri. Saw that back line was a bit forward. Put it right over their heads and dropped it in the line. Hawks get the first point. You mentioned it, Jake Gomes still looking for that first ace of this game.
Great one-on-one battle. Devasheri out-muscling the Mountaineer blocker. Lario, soft touch. Trying to catch the opponent off guard. Out of bounds, another point for Humber.
Good
Kyle.
defense there. Sorry, Matt. Good defense on both sides there, and then Humber eventually picking up that point.
Will be interesting to see what kind of look we get in set number 3. Is the Mountaineer team deflated, or are they going to hold strong and try to win 3 sets in a row? Still yet to pick up a set against Humber all season. Gomes pops it up. Kim to Devasheri. Ooh, just a missing sight of where the ball is.
And Matt, you talked about the Mountaineers. See if they can come back in this one. Their team was all huddled up for at least a minute and a half after that second set loss. They feel that they're still in it. Try to come back in this one. They got a big hole to dig right now.
Couldn't quite see where that landed, but looks like the Hawks are going to stay up 4-0. That time just out of the reach of Ratty Kim, and Mountaineers maybe storming back here. Teed up for Devasheri. Just an awkward play that time.
There's a nice setup there from Jake Gomes. You don't see that too often. After Humber took the first 4 points, Mountaineers respond with 2 straight of their own.
Gomes up to Hilario. Oh boy, beats the blockers and just put way too much power on that one for the Mountaineers to have a chance. Here's Dylan now. Good recovery by Mohawk. Lopez with a strong hit. Lario is blocked. Now here's Obi. Right back to the bread and butter. John Obi making contact up high. No doubt.
No chance there. We keep mentioning it every time it happens. John Obi throwing it down. Extends his lead. It's back to 4. Looks like a miss hit there. Ball handling violation from Alex Tripp. And an early timeout here from the Mountaineers, who are down by 5. Hawks off to a hot start in the third set.
Well, in that second set, it was really even-steven all the way through, but already here in set number 3, Humber with a 5-point lead. Kyle, do you have an early prediction for player of the game?
I got 2, Matt. I think John Obi's got to be in that conversation. And then the other one is Rafael Hilario for Humber. I think both of them have been pretty solid. And for the Mountaineers, they got to go with Elijah Lopez. He's been, again, one of the better players on this Mountaineers team, keeping them alive with some good defensive plays and picking up a couple of kills to go along with it. He's got 4, which leads his team. How about you, Matt? You got anyone in mind?
I definitely like the play of John Obi. He's just been the go-to guy for Humber. Seems like every time they set him up, even when he mishits, even when he only hits it with his knuckle, he finds a way to get the point.
And they definitely missed him in the middle of that season when he was out with that injury. He's healthy and he's playing well.
That time, Mohawk getting it done, coming out of the timeout just the way they would like. See if Humber can get back on the right foot here.
And it doesn't look like we're going to see Cayman Wilkins come back in this game. He's not on the bench right now.
Keep an eye on that situation. Good block. Tough play at the net, but Humber will just play it off. Set up here. Gomes pops it up to Hilario. Free chance here for Humber. There's Dylan Devasheri. Great play coming in from the back line.
And Wayne Wilkins liking that for sure. Is DQ with a couple good plays as well. Cayman Wilkins actually now back on the bench, but I'd be surprised if he comes back in this game. Try to keep him out. His team's up already by 2 sets. Still lots of volleyball. If they make it tomorrow, if they can hang on to this lead and pick up the win, that is Humber.
Wagner, strong shot, little too long. And that gives Humber that 5-point lead again. Hilario is going to look to extend that. And if the Hawks can keep rolling along, they're going to punch their way to the semifinal with this 3 straight sets win. Partial block for Humber. Teed up now for Hilario. And he caught that line.
So dangerous on that far side is Hilario. So many weapons. You mentioned earlier, Matt. Humber has so many weapons on their teams. Jake Gomes there could have gone to Devasheri in the back or even Blakey up front. Instead goes the far side of Hilario.
That time the West Rookie of the Year puts it into the net. Now it's Mohawk with a chance. They're still down by 5. It's going to take a pretty strong run. It's just a tough bell to answer with this Humber Hawk team. Strong hit. Point for Mohawk. Here's Van Dyke. Having a good performance tonight. Devasheri's teed up and that ball bounces into the stands. That's the 8th kill for number 1. Sadiku gets it in play. Block attempt by Devasheri. Not all there, and Mohawk pretty fired up.
That's a big point there for the Mountaineers. They need these points now. They can't get later on in this set. Humber, once they get late and the lead in the set, they usually take it. And they're going to take a point. There is Humber. Mountaineers stuck 5.
Big block, that's Gomes and Obi all over it.
Jake Gomes getting credit for it. Andrew Blakey's been good so far at the front. He only has 3 kills, but he's come up with some big blocks in this one. Now he's at the line.
Great shot there, and Mohawk coming alive here. So now's the time to get on some kind of run. It's Rafael Leite.
Yeah, the time is definitely now for the Mountaineers. They're running out of time. Down 2 sets already.
Gomes, tricky play behind the back. Humber with a chance. There's Devasheri. He's blocked. Teed up now for Obi. Can Mohawk keep it alive? The answer is no.
Michael Kong chasing that one near the wall. Unable to come up with that one. 14-8 Hawks lead. Jake Gomes, second in the league in aces. Still looking for his first one of this evening here tonight.
Here's Lopez. Tethered. Pardon me. Hilario got all of that one. Really seeing a well-rounded effort from Humber in terms of the hitting. You see Devasheri getting in the mix. Hilario leading the team with 9. Well, actually, Obi leading the team with 11 kills. It's really all the weapons firing right now.
The Hawks haven't played since in the last 12 days, but they've come out here fresh, a lot of energy, and haven't missed a beat, as even the absence of Cayman Wilkins in the middle of that second set. So DQS stepped up. Guys like John Obi have continued their success. John Obi, you mentioned before, 11 kills. That's a game high. Leads his team, leads the whole game. A couple big hitters as well. Rafael Hilario with 9. Dylan Devasheri with 8 of his own as well. So, like you said, variety of players coming up with a lot of kills, and that just shows the depth this team has.
Here on a Thursday night, day 1 of the Provincial Championship. Tomorrow we have the semifinal matchups. And Saturday, the gold medal game. All here live on the Hawk Sports Network from the Humber North Campus Gym, otherwise known as the Hawk's Nest. Tough play there, miscommunication for Mohawk. Too many guys going for the ball.
Michael Kong there. And Joel Van couldn't get on the same page. Gave up a free point for the Hawks coming out of the timeout, their largest lead of the set.
Big block there. Humber now off the net. Hilario finding a gap.
Great hit there from Hilario. He's known for his power, instead just drops that one in. Right over that block and right in front of the back line. Hawks only 8 points away from picking up the win. Jake Gomes, that was pretty close to his first set, or first ace rather. Just long on that one.
Point for the Hawks, Devasheri. At the serve line, we have Kelsey checking in for Hilario. Humber up by 9. Pretty comfortable lead here, Kyle. Looking to close this one out.
Yeah, they've had the lead since the very beginning of this set. Been on fire ever since.
Kelsey right away getting involved. Devasheri just has to push it over. Big block. Things looking good for Humber. Number 1 loses the handle.
Got John Obi there on the backside as both them laugh it off. Hawks leading comfortably here in this third set.
Lopez puts that one out of play. John Obi. There's Lopez. The good hit returned nicely by Humber and then set up for Blakey.
Good defense on one end by the Hawks off the big hit from Elijah Lopez. And Andrew Blakey adding to the kill total. He's got 4 in this one. Edward Lai back in the game. He's going to be serving now, number 2. 4 points away from picking up the win and heading to the semifinals.
Whistle blown. Double touch. Substitution coming in for Humber. Here's Silva Ferreira. Edward Lai. Ooh, that one doesn't make it over. Hawks just 3 points away.
They've really controlled this third set from the very beginning, getting off to a hot start. Saw a late timeout from the Mountaineers, but didn't change much. Hawks in full control.
Ooh, that one sounded like Lopez might have caught that one off the finger.
Jaskan Kelsey coming in the game and making an impact already. Came up with a big kill there. Now he's at the line, looking to end this one 2 points away.
Kelsey, a not so compact 6'10". That one rings off of Blakey and out of bounds. Mohawk fighting back, but might be too little too late, Kyle. Hawks just 2 points away from punching their way to the semifinal round. Soft touch there. Off the net. Great block by Blake. Humber keeping it alive. Set up for Sadiku. Wow. What a shot.
And Sadiku taking advantage of an opportunity. When Wilkins went down, he came in. He's come up with some big defensive plays and comes up with a big kill there. Now he'll be on the line looking to finish off this one and book a ticket to the semifinals.
Powerful serve there. Sadiku looking to put this thing away. Nobody home for Humber defensively.
And that one just getting right through the block of Blakey and Gomes up there. But still in full control here. 1 point away, set point.
That careens out of bounds. Humber having a hard time picking up this final point. We can tell the Hawks can feel it. They're excited to make their way to the next round. Who's going to be the one to send them there? Another point.
That's 3 straight there for the Mountaineers. You gotta like this non-give up attitude right now, sticking around, making the Humber Hawks earn it.
Another block. Gomes sets it up here. Kelsey doesn't quite get all of that one. Kong with the serve. Mohawk needs 9. Soft touch by Silva Ferreira. Mohawk just won't go down here. It's like Rocky 3. There it is. Kelsey's gonna punch Humber's ticket and all smiles. The team rushes the court. Great game here.
Just an all-around excellent effort from Humber. The first set was really back and forth. Eventually they took it. Second set really the same, and then that third set took it to the Mountaineers. Take the final set 25-16, and they'll await the winner of Georgian and Niagara in the next semifinal to see who they will play tomorrow evening. But just an all-around great effort, a 3-0 win, and They win the season series 3-0 as well against the Mountaineers and pick up every single set versus Mohawk. And we're hoping for the best with Cayman Wilkins. He seems to be already. He's in that handshake line there. He should be good to go tomorrow, but an all-around great effort for the Humber Hawks, and they took full control of that one since the very beginning.
Kyle, may I now pop the question to you? Who do you think the player of the game is now for the Humber Hawks? Has your opinion changed?
I still think it's one of the two. I'm not going to guess either or, but I think it's one of the two. Take it as
Obi
you will.
or Hilario.
I think so.
And we'll see. Humber giving their home fans a round of applause.
I could be wrong, though. Could be wrong.
Wouldn't be the first time, partner.
These Player of the Game awards for this game 3 matchup will be presented by past OCAA President Jim Bilek.
Jim Bilek, the former president of the OCAA and our boss, giving out the Player of the Game award, and Raphael Leite
played well all game. One of the good bright spots on this Mountaineers team.
Yeah, a lot of intensity too.
Number 17, John Obi.
There it is, Humber's number 17, John Obi.
He led his team in kills, and he comes up with the Player of the Game. Nice backpack there.
Jimmy standing on his tippy toes, not going to do much with the 6'9" Obi, but great picture there and just a great game. And looking forward to hearing more from Obi on the sideline with Danielle Dupuis. Kyle, lots of good play from both teams, and you got to admire the fight from Mohawk at the end of that match.
You got to think it was that second set that Humber won that really took the game and took the energy out of the Mountaineers. Humber came off to a hot start in that third set and was off a big second set victory as John Obi's heading over to Danielle Dupuis. Just running over there.
Just a great matchup. And of course, Kyle, we have game number 4. Niagara Knights taking on the Georgian Grizzlies. Coming right up. 8 o'clock start time, but right now Danielle's on the sideline with John Obi.
Thanks, guys, and welcome to the sideline. I'm here with Player of the Game, John Obi. Congratulations out there. I mean, you're making an impact on this team. It's your second year, and so far it's just been phenomenal for you. So heading into this game and even afterwards, what was the performance of the team?
Sorry?
How do you feel the performance of the team was today?
Honestly, I feel like we did everything well. We passed well. We stayed in the system well. Everybody, when Mohawk went on a really big run, everybody stayed composed. We never lost our composure. We did the small things right, and we came out with the W.
And heading into the next round, anything you can improve on?
Doing the little things right, staying crisp, and just playing for the team and having each other's back.
Well, you did a phenomenal job out there, and good luck in the next round.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, guys, and back to you.
Playing crisp and doing the little things right. Kyle, I think people have described our style in a similar way, but
Just a little bit, maybe, but it was really an all-around great performance by Humber. And like we said before, they're going to be back in action tomorrow in the semifinals. It's going to be a good one. We're excited for it. And what a great game we saw. We'll have another one, though, so should be good.
Yeah, that's all for game number 3. We have a final game of day 1. Stay tuned. That's coming up at 8 o'clock. Grizzlies against the Knights on the Hawk Sports Network.
It's so